like drives to my next point. I decided to take 40 days off of any type of social media. Hello you guys. Got my coffee this morning. It was made with so much love this morning. I like my sweet cream foam to kind of like melt and get into the coffee before I start drinking it, because if you drink it, you're gonna sip on nothing but sweet cream foam. So I like to let it sit there and marinate a little bit. But welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Chantel. I would love to have you be part of the family, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Y'all, I'm gonna be doing these in the month of July. We did a lot of lot videos. So for the month of August, I like to give you guys my playbook on what we're going to be doing, so you can stay tuned, because each week I am posting a video. So for the month of July, it was a lot of hair content, lot videos, and I have one more video to do, and then we're going to go ahead and jump shifts, and we're going to be talking about growing your relationship with God and being obedient to God, and at this big old age, picking a side and stay there, and just having some tough conversations that need to be had. First of all, on my channel, you would never see me pray to God. You would never see me worshiping God, because I feel like that is very personal and intimate, and I do that off screen. I don't do that for my iPad. I don't do that for you guys to see, because I would like for your relationship to be as authentic and real with Christ, the same way it was for me. It took me a while to get here, and to not be ashamed to, because it's like, people say, okay, are you a Christian? I believe in Jesus Christ. Christians get such a bad name, they get such a bad rep, so much stuff going on. So people, I just say, I'm a believer of Christ. I believe in Jesus Christ. And it took me a while to be okay to say that on social media. It took me a while to really talk about my faith on social media. But God was changing my heart, and he was changing, and make sure I don't have like no little milk mustache. God was changing my heart, and God was changing my desires. I want to talk about coming as you are to Christ. And this is what I'm going to say. Those who know me know that I have tattoos and I have piercings. Some of my piercings I don't want to part with, and some of them I did. And my ears, all these piercings, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on one ear, my nose ring, my tongue ring, my belly button ring, my back piercings, like they're just something that I did when I was young. I'm 40, and I never took them out when I was, after I had my daughter in my 20s. I never took out my piercings, and I just stayed with them because I can hide them, and my hair would hide my piercings. You can't tell that I had all these ear piercings. And yes, I wore a different type of jewelry in my ear, but my nose ring was one of the biggest things that people noticed about me. And I want to say last year, maybe it was this year, I decided to take my nose ring out. I loved my double hooped nose ring. I loved how it looked on me. The association with the nose ring and the locks was so cute. I loved it, but it wasn't for me no more. I felt like that it just wasn't me. And I think on social media, and that just like drives to my next point. I decided to take 40 days off of any type of social media. Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and y'all know my baby, TikTok. I love TikTok. I have done so many brand deals with TikTok. TikTok has paid a nice little penny. TikTok really, you know, helped grow my social media accounts, so I am forever grateful for that platform. But God specifically told me in June to get off of social media, and I did not. And that was for 30 days. So now it's 40 days. And that started last night around 1 o'clock in the morning. So it started today. And I took all the apps off my phone, you guys. There's no Instagram, there's no TikTok, there's no Twitter, there's no Snapchat, there's no X, or, you know, whatever the Twitter account was. I never had Facebook, so I don't have Facebook. But I felt like there were too many voices that were talking to me. There were too many voices being thrown at me and that were talking to me. I felt like every time I turned around, I heard a new voice, and it was the power of suggestion. And when I say that, I'm not hearing voices. I'm saying that it was, oh, you need this bag. Oh, you need to work harder. Oh, you should be doing more. Oh, you should go back to school. Oh, you should date this person. Oh, you're pretty. Oh, you have this body. You should show this. Oh, if I had your hair, I would make this type of video. I would use this type of product. Oh, try this. Eat this. Go here. Do this. It was so many things, so many voices talking to me. And I felt pressured. I felt pressure to do more, put out more content, work harder, work harder. It was a pressure cooker for me. And turning 40 this year, reevaluating my life, not having the things that I thought I should have had. I thought I would have been remarried by now, or me and my ex-husband would have got back together. I thought I would have had maybe another kid by now. And, you know, not having any more children, not being in a relationship, not having so much of a boyfriend, someone that I, you know, had a consistent bond with or something. I felt inadequate as a woman. I felt like I got these degrees, I'm not working in my field. Social media is not giving me the brand deals I want on the platforms. My fitness, I had stomach surgery. So they went through my stomach to fix some things on the inside, so I couldn't work out. I had knee surgery. I mean, I had COVID like back to back. It was just like, I felt like, and this is recently, I felt like I wasn't good enough. And people would look at me and say, oh, you have beautiful hair. You know, you fix your teeth. And even fixing my teeth cost me so much money. I paid cash for my teeth, no credit card. Cash. Worked overtime. All my bonuses went towards my teeth, me and my daughter teeth. Okay, getting braces ×2, the bridge work, the root canals, the bone graft, just, you name it. Doing all that in a 3-year span will cost you a nice little penny. And then being sick and having knee surgery and, you know, stomach surgery and COVID 3 times plus. And it just really weighed on me. And even through all those moments in my life, I still had my faith. I still had God. But I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like there was something wrong with me. And I had to sit back and think about what I've learned with mental health and studying mental health in college. Chantel, who are you around and what are you listening and what are you doing? Then I realized it was the phone, it was the iPad, it was the friends, the relationships that I was trying to revise, giving CPR to dead situation, revisiting people from my past, looking at their page, seeing, you know, this guy I used to talk to, I wonder what he's doing, you know, just crazy stuff, y'all. And YouTube is the one place where, you know, you don't really scroll, you make your content and you go. Yeah, we have shorts, but I don't really scroll on YouTube. I post my content, I watch my vlogs, I get inspired, and I definitely go home, and that's it. So I felt like, after saying all that, and I said that to say that social media was a social experiment. It's done its job. I have seen kids, you know, struggle, bully, and even as an adult, I felt like I was being bullied, that I should work harder, I should look a certain way after being in the gym for all these years. Why don't you have six-pack? I see you have like a little four-pack. Why don't you have a V-cut? You're always in the gym. Why don't you squat? Why don't you do different styles with your hair? If I had your hair, I mean, there was so many noise, and I had to quiet the noise down. And the only way I felt like I could do that and get back to being me was to get off of social media. And this is my first time ever getting off of TikTok since TikTok came about. And I told God, and I talk to God a lot, and I journal. And we're going to talk about how I journal in another video, and talking to God and just, you know, growing that relationship with him. But I tread water very lightly, because I do not want to be held accountable in God's eyes for the things that I say to you. Disclosure, you know, I'm learning and I'm growing, but I will always try to be realistic with you in my walk, because I'm not perfect, and I don't really care about the comments. I care more about what God is going to say. Like, I'm gonna be held to a certain level. It's like a preacher of the things that I say and the direction I give people. So I don't want blood on my hands. So I'm a tiptoe in that area because I know better. Oh, excuse me. But I had to quiet the noise in my life, and I had to realize, like, you know, I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to go back to school. I wanted to be a nurse. And even at 40, it's like, I mean, I still had dreams. I wanted to live again. My daughter's starting college next month. She's staying home this year, and then next year she wants to live in a dorm, which I think is the best, you know, because she graduates in May. So I wanted her to, you know, move in the summer in a dorm and do summer, fall, and spring, like a whole year in a dorm. So she graduates school in May. You know, the diploma and her diploma and her transcripts were not really ready. Like, so we just said, hey, you're going to stay home this first year, and then, you know, doing fall and spring and preparing you, and then we'll get you ready for the next, you know, semesters, God willing, next year. But I just felt like I just wasn't enough, and I felt like I struggled with living up to, you know, my friends' expectations, my family expectations. Like, even my ex-husband was like, you're still single? And I'm like, and he's like, you're still single? And I'm like, yeah, well, you know, you being a traveling musician, and me being the only present parent, I had to, you know, be mommy and daddy, because you are traveling on the road, out the country, out the state. I don't have a grandmother, and my dad, he is still like in the service, so he still works. Even at his big old age, he still works, so he was out of the state too. I don't have any aunties here. My family's back home in Louisiana. I don't have no help here. My sister and I, we lean on each other, but for the most part she has 3 children and I have 1. So I had to be a present parent, so my dating life took a back seat. And I know people say if you make time, if you want it, you'll make time from it. Well, I didn't really want to make time because I felt like the men were putting in low effort, so I didn't want to put in no effort. So if you weren't trying to, you know, bring heaven down here to earth for me, I wasn't about to, you know, bring the rivers to you. So I never felt no one or found anyone that was worth it for me. So I never really, you know, I dated and went on dates, but I've never found no one who was worth it for me. So I decided not to. But taking this break is going to be good for me. It's going to allow me to clear my head. It's going to allow me to be present in my daughter's life. It's going to allow me to focus on things that are important to me, focus on where I need to go, what I need to do, quiet the outside voices. And you know, I think women at this age don't really talk about it. Like, you know, your children are, you know, you're empty nesting and you know, you're like, what do I do? You know, dating has changed so much. People's values on dating have changed so much that I feel outdated. I feel outnumbered. I feel like this ain't it. Like, you know, sometimes people are like, you know, would you ever get back with your ex-husband? Well, at least I know that. At least I know his routine. At least I know what I'm getting with him. But then it's like, okay, God, if I'm not in that situation, you delivered me from that. Where do you have me? And that's what I'm taking these 40 days to really hear from God and really just hit the reset button on my life and saying, Chantel, what do you want to do, babe? Because for the past 13 years, you've been nothing but Ariana's mom. You haven't lived, you haven't had your goals. Yes, you bought things. Yes, you traveled. Yes, you dated this person, done this, had that. But you really haven't lived. What do you want to do? You know, I saw myself with 2 or 3 children, and I think I'm still mourning that I really only have 1 child. And there's no way I can have another child. There's no way. Medically, I can't have children anymore. So I think that's where the desire to be a teacher came from. Because yes, I know they're underpaid and I'm accustomed to a certain lifestyle, and taking that position, I would take a pay cut. But then again, I hear guys saying, how do you know that? And I'm not able to hear God's voice. I don't know if it's my conscience, if it's the middleman. So I wanted to take a break. And I advise any woman at any age to take a break. I text the people in my life and I said, hey, if you don't hear from me in a couple of days, I'm taking a little break right now. I'm doing a little sabbatical. Taking a break. I'm doing me. I'm praying. I'm fasting. I'm just, you know, I'm just spending time with me, myself, and I. And most importantly, getting in my Bible and understanding my Bible. You guys know I'm an iPad girly. I love my iPad. Making more iPad content. School is coming up. I want the kids to feel prepared when it comes to that. But just getting back to the things that I like. And I never really know what is it that I like, because I'm being told at this age, you know, I remember I saw this TikTok where this woman was like, well, if you are 40 and if you own a pair of Jordans or wear Jordans, you need to retire. Well, what's wrong with Jordans? Then I saw another video saying, you know, you should have a house. Well, I don't want a house. I don't want to fix stuff. I like the condo. And this requires enough for me to fix in here. So it's like those type of conversations I had I have to, you know, it's being thrown at you. I had to like just control, alt, delete, empty the trash can. Matter of fact, throw the whole laptop away. So I'm just, you know, I have another laptop I need to, you know, go through. I need to, you know, do a lot of stuff before the year comes to the end. The holidays are coming. I'm excited about the content I'm going to be making. No, I don't celebrate holidays. I don't. But I do celebrate each month. And with the changing seasons and what comes along with that, I do celebrate that. I don't put up a Christmas tree. I just don't. My daughter's birthday is in December, so we always have something to celebrate in December because that's my one-hit wonder. So my fitness content, my hair content, will I go back to school to be a teacher? You know, be a substitute teacher is something that I'm looking at doing. I have already been accepted to do that. So that's something that I want to try my hands at. I want to see. So, you know, it's just, I just really needed a break, you guys, and I wanted to come up here, and I feel like, you know, I saw those videos, it was like, I hate people that say, hey, I'm taking a break off of social media. If you have a big following, then people look for your videos for inspiration, for encouragement, and to me, you know, it's hard making friends when you get older. It's hard finding like-minded individuals or people that you can even get along with. In school, it was easier because you guys played sports, because you guys had the same classes, you guys rode the same bus home, you guys both liked the boy on the football team. But for me, it was like I felt so overwhelmed. I felt so overwhelmed with everything. The coming election, Trump, reading, life, paying bills, life be lifing. And you know, having to go through it alone and not having a husband it's a lot. And yes, you know, I have a sister, but she has a husband that she can confide in, that she can process things with, and I have a best friend that I can process things with. But it's nothing like having, you know, like leaning over and looking at your husband and saying, hey babe. It's nothing like knowing that you have that person to go through life with. And right now I don't have that, and I have to process everything by myself. So I think that's another thing that's like big for me, and I'm finding ways to process that. And I wanted to step away from every social media platform except for YouTube and be realistic with you guys. So I think I'll be able to definitely be more creative and get in my creative bag without having the outside influences of what my video should look like, what content I should put out. Because there are certain things that I felt like I should put out and I never did because it was indeed popular at the moment. And I'm the type of person that even if I get some channels, some videos, I might get 20 views, and in some videos I might get 500 views, I might get 900 views, 11,000 views, and in some videos I might get 2 views. But it doesn't matter to me because I see social media as this is my biography, this is my documentary, this is my life. And you know, I'm not a Beyonce fan, but I remember a quote in her song was, I was here. So this is my way of saying, of showing you guys, I was here and I lived life. And this is how I live life, through the lens of my eyes. So regardless if someone sees it as, oh, she's not doing the things that the girls do, she's not living in a luxury apartment. Who says I have to live in a luxury apartment? Who says I should drive a Maserati? I don't even want a Maserati, but it's just, I'm at that big old age of my life. It's like, Chantel, what do you really want? And I don't know. I don't know what I want. We were going to move, but then she wanted to go to a school that I went to, that I graduated from. So I was like, okay. Then my job changed. Just those things that you know, my job changing, 2 companies forming as one, leadership changing, just a lot of changes. And I don't know what I want. And I'm not afraid to say that. I don't have it all together. But I know that I have Christ, and He does. So since I have Christ, and I know Christ, and I have a relationship with Christ, then because of my association, I have it all. So I felt like just taking 40 days because I wasn't obedient. I wasn't obedient, taking the 30 days off last month. So 40 days it is. So I started on today. So I will start back on, and here's a picture of my mirror that's sitting at my desk. And I have 40 days of the only social media platform is YouTube. And I'm going to be creative. Like, what type of thumbnail do I want? How do I want my page to go when it comes to YouTube? Do I want to change my name? You know, she will _84 is, she will get it done. There's no other way but to get it done for me. And my birth year is 84. So that's where that came from. But I want to live again. And I want to do things that I want to do without being influenced. Because I'm not an influencer. I'm a content creator. I create content. The only person I want you to be influenced by is God. You know, don't be like me, be better than me. That's what my mom used to say. Don't be like me, be better than me. So I'm going to start my day one with you guys. And hopefully, you know, we're still going to get the, I go to my orthodontist on tomorrow. So we're going to still, I do my final bridge work in the back here. He's doing the bridge work back here on this side. It's like 1, 2, 3 teeth back here. So he'll do the bridge work. My clear retainers, my gum have healed beautifully. They have settled in. Back here in the very last tooth, he took the bracket off, and there is a small little cavity. So I have to do a root canal, and he wants to see the follow-up. And the hygienist is cleaning my teeth too. So tomorrow, take you guys with me on that appointment. I don't know if I'm really going to, because you know sometimes I get there and I be crying. I be like, baby, me and the ortho don't go together. I don't like him. I love him, but ugh. And then I want to give him and his wife, I want to bring him lunch. So I'm probably go to Potter's house for him and his wife to bring them lunch. But I don't know if it's going to be open up. So drive all the way over there and get them lunch. But we'll see. That's another story. Y'all will see. Or I might just get him and his wife a gift card. $100 to a restaurant. But we'll see what I'm going to do. But what was I getting ready to say? Yeah, tomorrow starts day one. Well, today starts day one. And I woke up and I was like, ugh, I didn't check my phone. I chilled. And it was a good feeling. It was a good feeling today. So I'm excited and I'm happy about that. And I'm excited about what's ahead for me and mine. And the people I'm going to meet. The lives that I will impact, and getting closer to God, and making sure that I can separate His voice from my conscience, from consciousness, from me speaking. Like, okay, is this God's voice? Is this something I want to do and I'm talking myself into it? Is this the Holy Spirit? Chantel, what are you doing? Who are you? So that is really what we're focusing on. And, you know, I'm going to take you guys with me on this journey. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to stay pretty and stay busy, you guys. And still follow me on all my social media platforms, because when I come back in 40 days, I'll be back. So it's not goodbye forever. It's just that I will see you guys when I get back in 40 days. Because this is... I feel like once I do this now, to see myself 40 days from now, I'm going to have a peace about me and every decision I make in my life. That I know in my hearts of heart that I wasn't influenced by anyone. This is what was best for me and mine. So maybe you need to reevaluate your life and your life choices and saying, who is influencing me to make these decisions? Did I really, you know, get that job, you know, take that job because it's tech? Am I passionate about tech? Or am I taking it because the girlies say I should live in a high rise? Did I get the Range Rover because I really wanted the Range Rover, or because someone told me about peanut butter seats and, you know, the lights? So just think about the why factor and why you are doing what you were doing. Because you want to get one life to live, and it's appointed for man to leave here one day. And to me, I want to make sure that I'm in God while I'm here. So, but enjoy your day and stay tuned for the next video. I don't wanna wait for the moonlight.